Pyramids at the Giza Plateau.
The Khafre Project.
Enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid.
5 never-before-found chambers.
8 cylindrical things underneath the pyramids in Giza.
The Great Pyramid still has many secrets to reveal.
That's right. The Pyramids of Giza aren't what we thought they were. But why? Well, stick around until the ending, and you'll see. There are scientists who believe there are giant tunnels and rooms deep under those ancient pyramids. We're talking about structures going thousands of feet down into the sand. This isn't just the plot of Stargate. Real scientists are making these claims. Could this be real? Or is it all made up? Today, we're doing something different. We're looking at what might be the most remarkable discovery ever. Back in March 2025, a team from Italy said they found something extraordinary. They claim a giant network of tunnels and rooms under the middle pyramid at Giza. These tunnels, they say, go down over 2,000 feet and connect all 3 pyramids. And if they're right, everything we know about ancient Egypt is wrong. And that is going to change your perspective on the world. The Giza pyramids are 3 immense structures built about 4,500 years ago. The biggest one is the Great Pyramid, built for King Khufu. The middle was built for King Khafre, and the smallest for King Menkaure. For thousands of years, people have believed these were tombs for the pharaohs. They're already super impressive. The Great Pyramid is 481 feet tall and made of over 2 million stone blocks. Some of these blocks weigh more than 2 cars put together. The blocks fit together so perfectly that you can't slide a credit card between them. How ancient people built them is already a big mystery. This raises some important questions. How could people from 4,500 years ago dig that deep? Why aren't other scientists excited about this? Could all those crazy pyramid theories actually be true? Let's look at what we know so far. First, let me tell you how this story got out. It's pretty weird. This story didn't start with a big news event. It began with a Facebook post. Trevor Grassi got some info from the Italian team and posted it online. His post went viral fast. Millions of people saw it in just days. Later, Grassi said he thought many other people would share the info too, but he was the only one. In a video interview, Grassi explained that he's been interested in what's under the pyramids for years. He mentioned waking up one Saturday morning to find an email from the Italian team containing the document. They permitted him to go ahead when he asked Armando May if he could share it. The pyramid story exploded online. It was everywhere, on YouTube, TikTok, X, and Instagram. People were making videos about it, making memes of what these underground structures might look like, and arguing whether it could be true. Within 24 hours, the story had been viewed by millions. News channels started calling Grassi for interviews. Even politicians got involved, with Anna Paulina Luna, a Florida congresswoman, sharing a post about the structures on her X page. The research team has 3 main people. First is Corrado Malanga from Italy's University of Pisa. He studies chemistry, but also researches UFOs. Next is Filippo Biondi, a radar technology specialist from the University of Strathclyde in Scotland. And last is Armando May, a researcher in pre-dynastic Egyptology. Also, did you know people couldn't see the color blue in ancient times? It wasn't that blue didn't exist, but they didn't perceive it like we do. Sorry, I got caught up. Haha. Anyways, getting back to our mega buildings. The scientists used special radar from satellites to see under the pyramid. What makes them seem more trustworthy is that they published real research in 2022 about structures inside the Great Pyramid. That earlier research was published in a scientific journal called Remote Sensing, so they do have some real science behind them. But here's where things get strange. Malanga has appeared on YouTube shows about aliens, discussing studying UFO sightings in Italy. Biondi specializes in radar technology. May is a researcher in pre-dynastic Egyptology. Is this whole thing getting into a schizo post about conspiracy theories? We'll see as we go through it all. The technology they use is interesting. Regular radar can't see through stone, but their method is different. They use satellites that send radar signals to Earth. These signals bounce back differently, depending on what's under the ground. I think Elon's Starlink may have been involved, but I guess I may be wrong. According to Andrew Cott, who broke down the technology in a thread quoted in the Mysterious Universe podcast, they also look at tiny movements in the Earth caused by natural vibrations. They claim they can see deep underground without digging by combining all this data with special computer programs. It's like how doctors can look inside your body with an X-ray, but much more complicated. The method measures how the ground moves slightly, movements more minor than the width of a human hair. The Earth continuously vibrates due to ocean waves, wind, and other natural forces. These vibrations travel differently through different materials, such as solid rock, hollow chambers, water, etc. They say they can create a 3D map of what's underground by analyzing these differences. So what did they say they found? It's amazing. They claim they found 5 new rooms inside the middle pyramid that no one knew about. These rooms have 5 horizontal levels and sloping roofs, similar to the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid. But that's just the start. Under the pyramid, they say they found 8 cylindrical structures that go down over 2,100 feet, 648 meters. These cylinders have spiral pathways around them. At the bottom, they say there are 2 substantial cubic structures, each about 262 feet, 80 meters on each side. They also claim a network of tunnels extends approximately 2 kilometers beneath the plateau. According to their press release, the entire structure extends beneath all 3 pyramids of the Giza complex. To help you picture this, these underground structures would be more profound than most tall buildings. The Empire State Building is 1,454 feet tall. These structures supposedly go 2,100 feet down. That's way deeper. Building something like this would be hard today with our best machines. How could people do this 4,500 years ago with simple tools? Nicole Ciccolo, the project's spokesperson, described it as a vast underground city discovered beneath the pyramids. They want us to believe there might be a chance that current megabuildings, such as Burj Khalifa, would be future historical monuments if there's any chance of a recurrent apocalypse. This is where things get really interesting. Not everyone believes these claims. In fact, many experts think it's impossible. Professor Lawrence Conyers, a radar expert at the University of Denver who focuses on archaeology, told the Daily Mail that the technology can't penetrate that deeply into the ground, making the idea of an underground city a considerable exaggeration. He said it is conceivable that small structures, such as shafts and chambers, existed beneath the pyramids before they were built because the site was special to ancient people. The Italian team says its satellites can detect tiny movements in the ground. It says it uses special math to make 3D pictures of what's underneath. The big problem is that it hasn't shown its work yet. They discussed it at a conference in Italy, but no other scientists have seen their data to check if it makes sense. According to the sources, the presentation was scheduled to be released on March 25th on Nicole Ciccolo's YouTube channel. The cool thing is how different people are talking about this story. On the Mysterious Universe podcast, hosts Benjamin Grundy and Aaron Wright discussed how these findings might connect to esoteric concepts like the Halls of Amenti from occult literature dating back to the 1930s. From a religious perspective, the second source mentions that some religious commentators suggest these structures could be evidence of pre-flood civilizations mentioned in biblical texts. Others think the pyramids weren't tombs at all, but some energy-generating technology. These ideas are reminiscent of theories proposed by engineer Christopher Dunn, who said that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a sophisticated machine designed to harness Earth's natural vibrational energies and convert them into usable electricity. That's something of a rabbit hole. The work by Corrado Malanga, Filippo Biondi, and Armando May was only released during an in-person briefing in Italy and has yet to be published in a scientific journal where it would need to be analyzed by independent experts. Despite the skepticism from experts like Professor Conyers, he added that targeted excavations would be the only way to prove the discoveries true. So what does all this mean? We'd need to rewrite all our history books if these guys are right. we'd have to rethink what ancient people could do and who they might have been. There may have been an advanced civilization thousands of years ago that we don't know about. The pyramids may have had some purpose we never imagined. It would change how we see human history. If they're wrong, we're just seeing how fast fake news can spread today. One Facebook post can reach millions before anyone checks if it's true. And we all love a good mystery, so we're quick to share exciting stories even before we know if they're real. Either way, it shows how much we love conspiracies and want to believe there's more to our past than we've been told. The pyramids have puzzled us for thousands of years. Whenever we think we understand them, something new makes us wonder again. We still don't know the truth about what's under that pyramid, but we sure want to know. If you liked our video, hit the subscribe button. We'll keep following this story and looking for more information. Do you think they hide stuff about the pyramids? Please tell me in the comments. I'd really want to know how we're lied to if we really are. There's something strange to all of this.